Yo, what's going on, YouTube? And welcome to Goal Line Hockey Live. It's your boy Kevin Forte. I believe this is number 17 of the Goal Line Hockey live stream. What's going on, guys? PJ Urban, Real Jeremy Ford. What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining us here on a Thursday night for a pretty big tilt in the Metropolitan Division between the New York Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes. So far in this game, to give you guys kind of a recap of what's gone on so far, as this is a recap for myself as well. It is 1-1 after 2 as they're getting ready for the third period in Carolina. A pretty good game for the Hurricanes so far. Sebastian Aho got his 31st of the season in the first period. The Rangers tied it up in the second, Artemi Panarin, and it's 25 shots on net for the Hurricanes and 11 for the Rangers. Couple of other interesting notes so far in this game. Face-off percentage favored by the Hurricanes. Both teams have had 3 power plays. They've each had 3 power plays, and they are all scoreless. So 0 for 6 on the power play between the two teams combined. 32 hits combined, 18 hits for the Hurricanes, 14 for the Rangers, 14 block shots for the Rangers, only 2 for the Hurricanes, and a couple of giveaways for each team, as well as a couple of takeaways. Pretty good game for the Hurricanes in terms of the shots on goal. 13 shots for the Hurricanes in the first period compared to the Rangers 3, and kind of a continuation of the dominance, but a little bit more evened out in the second. 12 shots for the Hurricanes and 8 for the New York Rangers. So that's kind of what we're looking at so far. Of course, in between the pipes, Shesterkin for the Rangers and Freddie Anderson for the Hurricanes. Looking around the league tonight, it's the end of the third period going into overtime. The Philadelphia Flyers and the Minnesota Wild. Flyers have played a lot better recently. I would not want to play the Flyers here down the stretch, and they are in overtime. It's a 4-on-3 power play for the Wild to start the overtime over there in Philadelphia. So that's a really good game, it seems like, right now. So we'll see if I can catch that here for our man Urban. A couple of other games, the Blackhawks and the Capitals starting the third period. Yo, we got a super chat from PJ, $2.79 Canadian. Sorry I couldn't make it to yesterday's live stream. All good, PJ. I know you weren't happy with what I said about moving the Flames to Atlanta, but you didn't show up to the live stream, so I called you up. But nah, obviously I'm messing with you, man. It happens. I don't expect you to get to every live stream, but I appreciate the apology. Definitely not necessary though. Glad to have you in tonight. 4-0 lead for the Capitals against the Blackhawks. Dobby, Anton Hudobin, not having a great debut with the Blackhawks today. 3-2 Bruins. End of the second period there in Boston. It's a Bruins 3-2 lead. The Rangers and Hurricanes, we already know that. The Senators beating the Lightning 3-1 right now in Ottawa. What is going on in Tampa right now? I think that's anybody's guess at this point. The Maple Leafs having a bounce-back game here against the Florida Panthers down in Florida. A 4-2 lead for them, as this is their first of a second of a back-to-back, where tomorrow night, or I believe, no, scratch that. Never mind. Tampa, there is a stretch coming up, though, where the Leafs are going to have a back-to-back with the Panthers and the Lightning, but I think that's next week. So either way, a 4-2 lead for the Maple Leafs against a Panthers team that is fighting for the playoffs. So this is a big game for them. The Blues and the Red Wings, it's a 4-2 lead for the Blues in Little Caesars Arena. The Kraken with a 1-0 lead over the Predators. That's seemingly a more important game right now. And that's it for the games that have already happened. At 10 o'clock, we have the Jets and the Ducks out in Anaheim. Also at 9 o'clock, the Golden Knights and the Flames in Calgary, the Penguins and the Stars in Dallas, and to round out the night, we have the San Jose Sharks up in Vancouver. For the Penguins, some pretty big news as Tristan Jarry back on the injured reserve. He's injured for tonight. I don't know if they placed him on injured reserve, but he is injured again. Stop it. Hold on, guys. Give me a sec. Come on. Let's go. Apologize for that, guys. We have some puppy issues. Yeah, so another day, another injury for Tristan Jarry. And yeah, things do not look so good right now for that group. I think they're kind of upset with Casey DeSmith anyway, but still, it definitely doesn't help matters for them right now. No. There goes Sports Surge. Let's see if I can get this game. No, of course not. Nah, we can't get any of the games that we want to cover. So that's kind of the update. The Blackhawks have already scored here. It's 5-0 Capitals. My bad. Capitals with a 5-0 lead over the Blackhawks. So they're just running the table. Yeah, a couple of interesting scores tonight. But like I said, we'll probably check in on that Kraken Predators game. That's a pretty big one as well tonight. So we'll see how things go. Big race in the Western Conference. Vegas and Calgary. We know, obviously, the rivalry between Morgan and PJ. That's going to be a big one tonight. And they're starting the third period in Raleigh. Yeah, the West is a race of dumpsters. Yeah, that's true. Yep. What's going on, Surreal? Not surprised Jarry is out again. Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately, that is the state of Tristan Jarry. He can't go 10 games. And we did a live stream on the Penguins last night. He actually looked good last night, which is just almost makes it worse because you know what he's capable of. Definitely a shame. Hey guys, if you can, make sure to get the likes up as well if you can. PJ said, when is the next live stream? Unfortunately, guys, it is going to be next week. I'm going to be heading on the road this weekend. Unfortunately, I will not be doing any live streams for the next while. Yeah, I'm going to the Islanders game Saturday, going to the Islanders locker room on Sunday, going to the Islanders game on Monday night, and then I'm going to be away going to Philadelphia Tuesday, and then I'm going to be in Washington D.C. on Wednesday. So for the next week, going to be very difficult to do any live streams. Louis said, wrong game. The Panthers are on. Yeah, I know, Louis. And what's going on? Why are they losing to the Leafs? The Maple Leafs. What's going on with your team, Louis? They're not looking good right now. Urban said, watching the Canes got me thinking the Wild cough Fletcher trades. Burns for cap room for Suter. I'd rather have Burns all these years. Yeah. Yeah, that was a weird one, right? That did not age well. I mean, they did get Charlie Coyle in that deal, but still, that was a brutal. Oof. Uh-oh. Oh, things are getting a little physical. All right. All right. Yeah. Shout out to PJ. Drop a one in the chat. In if Kevin is a legend. All right. Thank you, Urban. Louis said, relax. Isn't it the cardiac cats are coming strong this period to win the game? You will see. I hope you're right, Louis. Yeah, see, you know what? I hope you're not right because I don't want the Panthers taking the Islanders spot. Never mind. I'm kind of cheering on the Leafs tonight for once. Yeah, I'm trying to watch this game. Yeah, see, I don't have this stuff for the streaming. This is crazy. I just want to watch the freaking game, man. God damn. Wow, Freddie Anderson just robbed Vincent Trocheck. The Ranger fans got up, they thought it was in. They're like, yeah, nope, no goal. Trocheck is going to be huge for them in the playoffs. How did that not go in? Oh, man. Wow. Also on tonight, I don't know if you guys watched the NCAA, but Kinesis and Minnesota, the number one seed Minnesota Gophers, taking on Kinesis in the Fargo Regional Semifinal out there in North Dakota. So some pretty good stuff. So we'll see how this thing goes. Yeah, go Gophers, right, Urban? It's 0-0 in the first period. They just started the game. That's going to be a good one to watch. I wish I could do stream Sun. Maybe I will do stream Sunday. We'll see how things go because there's a couple of championship games in their region on Sunday. So we'll see how things go. Maybe I'll do that. Stay tuned, guys, for Sunday. We'll see. I saw Kinesis up at Army a couple of years ago. I went to what do they call it? I forgot what it's called. The Black Knights, wherever that is. I always forget what it's called. Um, but I've been to the Army for a hockey game, which is pretty cool. So the Rangers with a really good chance, denied. And let's see how things play out because this is going to be a really good. If they meet and the Rangers do take the lead, all right, Adam Fox. So there you go. So the Rangers end up getting the goal back anyway. 2-1 Rangers. There's a lot of Ranger fans down there. Oh, Carolina. I was so close. Oh, this is some good stuff. They played each other the other night in Madison Square Garden, and Carolina won that game. Wonder if we're going to see the reverse effect today. Yeah, we need a fight. You're right, Urban. But who on Carolina is going to do that, though, right? Brady Shea? Shea and Truba? I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, that was a huge goal for the Rangers. So it's 2-1 Rangers here in the third period. And they're still in a shootout. I haven't gotten an update yet on Philadelphia if the Wild are able to get the win or not. They won the other night in New Jersey. We'll see. And the Flyers win it in a shootout, 5-4 over the Minnesota Wild. And the third period has started in Ottawa and Florida for the Lightning Senators game and the Maple Leafs Panthers game in Sunrise. So we'll see how things go there. Same thing. Game is back in action in Boston between the Habs and the Bees. So things are picking up here as we head into the third period. Nice pass. It wasn't, though. It was too far. Carolina does not play as well when they don't have the lead. They're a team that can really shut it down and suffocate the other team, but when they don't have that lead, it's way more difficult for them. Shots were 19-5, 8 minutes into the second. Oh, man. Yeah, that seems like a listen, I gotta say the Flyers have been playing a lot better recently. I wouldn't take that too hard, Urban, but it's still again the Wild are trying to win that division. That's a game they probably want to win, right? But I'm happy as an Islander fan because I don't want the Flyers to bottom out. I want them to be as high in the standings as possible. No way. Oh man. What's going on, Don? Welcome to the chat. Don asked, so the reason I wasn't live when it started, Don, is because I had work. So unfortunately, I got here as soon as I could, but wasn't able to do it a little bit earlier, unfortunately. So it's 4-2 Ottawa over the Lightning. Thanks, Real. Thanks for being here. Though, Kev, always a blast hanging with you. Thanks, Surreal. Appreciate it. Maple Leafs leading the Panthers. Yeah. Where's the Louie? Louie left the chat. He was here earlier. His team is kind of letting me down as an Islander fan. What's going on, Morgan? Yeah, that's going to be a big game. I don't know if I'm going to be on for that, guys. I got to tell you, I'm dead. So I'm doing the best I can for you guys. Yep. Yeah, I got my Canes jersey on tonight. I'm not cheering on the Rangers. Can't do it, man. Can't do it. I did make a couple of videos for you guys throughout the next couple of days. So I won't have live streams, but I will have my regular videos at 4 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned for those over the next couple of days. So stay tuned for that. Singing Country Road. Country Road in Ottawa? That's a thing? Interesting. I mean, I think what's interesting right now in the NHL standings is you're seeing, usually at this time of year, you start to see the teams that know they're out, they just start to really bottom out. But it hasn't necessarily been that way. The Flyers with a couple of wins here, they beat the Panthers and Wild back-to-back games. The Red Wings seem to be dropping the ball. Buffalo's dropping the ball. Ottawa's playing well against Tampa. So it's very, especially in the Eastern Conference, it is definitely not set. Even in the West, the Predators keep winning. If they win tonight against Seattle, that would be big for them. But I think they're done if they lose tonight, honestly. This could be the end of the run for the Predators. The math just isn't going to add up at this point, but we'll see what they got left in the tank. Big game tonight over in Nashville. Yeah, it is so quiet right now in Carolina. They're probably like, we haven't scored a goal since the first period, and all the momentum has shifted to the Rangers since that goal. Let's see what they do here. Yep, Surreal said the same thing. Vancouver's been winning, even though they're out of it too. But Surreal, the weird thing with Vancouver is it almost seems like they also want to win, right? Because they're doing that typical Canucks thing where we're retooling, right? A quick retool. We're not doing a full rebuild, just a quick retool. Nothing too crazy, right? They bring in Hronek when they're sellers at the deadline. Very weird stuff by Alvin and the Canucks up there, but not necessarily if you're trying to go for Connor Bedard. Again, not that Hronek was injured for a while anyway, but just seems like an odd time to make that kind of trade. No way. Freddie Anderson just bailed them out. Morgan said, Kev, what would you put on the Nashville fans throwing a what would you put on the Nashville fans throwing a catfish onto the ice? What would you put on the fans? What do you think, maybe? I'm not sure what he said. I like it. I think that's a cool tradition. You know, in Detroit back in the day, they used to throw octopus on the ice for Red Wings games. It's been a while since that tradition has kind of carried on, but that is something they have done as well. Sai said yes, and the Canucks usually no luck in the draft, also never win the lottery. Especially this year, though, with a kid from North Vancouver, you would think they would try to tank as hard as possible, right? With a guy like Bedard, but call me crazy, I guess, right? And some of you were saying Anaheim would be interesting. Yeah, I have another video coming out about that. We talked about that earlier, but I have an entire video about who is the best fit for Connor Bedard. So stay tuned for that this weekend. I also have my Fanatics video, which you guys know my thoughts on the Fanatics jersey if you were here last night in our live stream, but I have a video coming up about that. So stay tuned for some of that content here over the next couple of days. So 4-2 Leafs in Florida.